No place for Friday afternoon baseball than Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the opener of this three-game set between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. John Lester, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's having a real consistent year. He's got an ERA under 3. Anytime you're doing something like that, you're doing just fine.
Jordy Mercer makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Afternoon for Pittsburgh, shortstop, number 10.
And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
And it's a good position to be in. You've been playing good baseball. Now you get to come home and start a homestand. They've got a chance to really make some noise in the division if they can keep playing well.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ball game.
They got right out in front of this pitch and pulled it sharply right through the hole. Now they get something started early with the leadoff man on base to begin the ball game.
Gregory Polanco will stand in, and he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks as you see the average there over the course of the last 9 ball games. Lester sets. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Zobrist is there. The second for one. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. This team has a very high average, continuing to hit well as a team, and they'll continue to win games.
Andrew McCutchen will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think he does a good job of rewarding guys for making good pitches.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Bucks go down quietly, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Irvin Santana will be on the mound for the series opener. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2. You're going to have to pitch real well in this one to keep that ERA as minuscule as it is.
Jason Hayward comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Jason Hayward.
Squared that one up just a little late. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Rodriguez scoops it up. Flip on by Rodriguez, and there's one away. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, I'm definitely pretty excited about seeing Addison Russell play. His on-base percentage is over 400 the last 10 ball games. He's done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute, getting on base, and setting up the guys behind him for run-scoring opportunities.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Polanco over to his right. 2 gone. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Eric, we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon. They're on a nice little run. Winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Yeah, and when you're playing good baseball, suddenly first place starts coming into clearer focus. They've really made up some ground here in this past week or so.
2 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. After 1, no score. Starling Marte will dig in now. He's got that average up over 330 to begin the ball game.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
Tapper right back to the mound. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this former USD Torero, Chris Bryant, one of the best in the game offensively, doesn't get a lot of accolades for his defense, though. Can play any one of a number of positions, but really settling in comfortably at third base. He's got soft hands. He's got an excellent arm. Very rare for a guy of his size.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And he falls behind 0-2. pulled toward right center field. And Mauer's going to have himself extra bases. Now Mauer's going to try to leg out 3. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Well, that hit extends his streak to lucky number 13 now. That's almost 2 full weeks where he's been swinging it.
Jung Ho Gong will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season for him. And that'll give the Pirates a 2-0 lead.
One out, runner on third. He's just looking for something he can get in the air, and he does a lot more than that. He gets this thing high in the air all right, and all the way over the wall, too.
Francisco Cervelli will stand in now, and his batting average currently good for 7th in the National League.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Lester's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Strike called, 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Sean Rodriguez into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hard liner toward short, but this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Pirates do get a couple here on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-0 Pittsburgh. Chris Bryant strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one's a strike.
Hit hard up the middle. Mercer dives. What a stop. He's up with it. The throw. It's late. He's safe.
Man, almost a great play.
Almost got him after the great stop, but it's a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the inning. Kyle Schwarber will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And reined in, one away.
Popping it up is bad enough, but doing it on the first pitch, you know, and out of the zone to boot. I mean, this just is not a good AB. I can tell you that.
Jorge Soler is in to take his first swings here with the runner still at first and one away.
Well, too bad that last guy couldn't advance the man into scoring position, so now it's probably going to take a gapper to get him home.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runner at first here, one man out. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
He's bounced back nicely here after the leadoff single. Kept the guy anchored at first. But he's done what he's needed to do.
Number 40 will stand in, and look at that average. Up over 370 to start the ball game.
Yeah, and look at the way the rookie's lighting it up. Boy, he could very well be in the Rookie of the Year discussion with numbers like that.
And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with fastball.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. On the move is Polanco. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs. They're still down. It's 2-0. It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Wrigley Field. Irvin Santana set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
And a high strike there. 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 1-2.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Jordy Mercer.
Jordy Mercer will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
It's great when he gets out there and get things going like he did. Really gets the rest of the team involved.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Lester gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, John Lester, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Sean Lester.
Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Strikeout number 3 for him here this afternoon as he begins his 3rd inning of work with a punch-out. And as we check out the Bucs leaders in that category, you can see he currently sits in 3rd place on the ball club in that department.
Yeah, I mean, strikeouts aren't a huge part of his game, but clearly he gets his fair share. Regardless, he's obviously an important part of this pitching staff.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out.
That's a ball.
Just missing here. 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
Oh, and that's a dangerous pitch right there. But in the end, it worked out well for him. I don't think he was looking breaking ball, and that turned out to be a beauty.
In there, and it's even now. 2-2. One out, nobody on. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. Hit on the ground to short. Taken in by Mercer. Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. Every time he takes a hill, this ball club has a great chance to walk away with a W. We'll see if he can wrap up another one for him here in this one.
And that's lifted the other way out to left. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. When we return, it'll be Andrew McCutchen to start things out. It's the Pirates 2 and the Cubs nothing. And here is Andrew McCutchen now. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Andrew McCutchen.
And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Hit hard towards center, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
Here's Starling Marte. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
And here, you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So, on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
And you wonder if he's feeling just a little bit distracted having that base stealer over there at first base. Sometimes just the threat of a steal can really mess with your head out there.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And you wonder if sometimes he was just getting a little too preoccupied out there with the speed at first base, and he totally loses focus on the guy at the plate. And now that essentially is going to work like a stolen base, and he's in the scoring position now on the wild pitch.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Joe Mauer will stand in here with 2 on. And now, following the walk and the single, do you get the sense, EK, that they're getting to him just a bit?
Maybe a little. I wouldn't be too worried just yet. He's shown the ability to bounce back before, but it's also looking like he might not have his very best stuff.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Now the 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. First and second here with nobody out. Got him.
You think they had a scouting report here? I mean, this is just 3 straight pitches on the outer half of the plate. He has no answer for any of them.
Standing in now, Jung-Ho Gong. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 3-0 game. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Francisco Cervelli. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
First pitch of the at-bat. Cut fastball taken for strike one.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike.
Oof. That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And here at the plate, you do want to avoid the double play, but you don't want to do this. Now the runners stay at the corners with 2 away now, and you leave it up to the next guy to come through with a 2-out hit.
Into the box now, Sean Rodriguez. Hit hard back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
That's a great example of one teammate picking up another there. After the guy before him struck out and couldn't drive the run in, he gets him off the hook here by knocking in the run with 2 away.
Irvin Santana gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
The 0-1 delivery. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. You get the sense that things are starting to get away from him a bit out there.
It all comes from falling behind hitters and then having to come in there with something good to hit. That's going to get you every time.
1-1, here it comes. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Ready on 1-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Bucks out in front, 4-0. Leading off the inning, Addison Russell, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
hot shot down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
Stepping in, Anthony Rizzo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Santana comes set. First pitch on the way. And he takes ball one.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
2-0. Three and 0 now.
Well, you know, even 4-run leads have a tendency to disappear when you can't find the strike zone. He's got to figure it out here quick before things get away from him.
And the count will be full. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Oh, and he misses it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely. But they will still get the lead runner at second, so no double play. But, boy, very fortunate to record the first out there.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
He's set. Here it comes. Chris Bryant is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. McCutchen is there as he had to travel a ways, but he makes the catch deep in the alley for the second out. And these two teams right back at it tomorrow night. We'll have coverage of Game 2 of the series in high definition on the show as you get a look there at the 2 starters scheduled to oppose one another. Kyle Schwarber is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
Here it comes, 1-0. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. They trail here 4-0. Jordy Mercer will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Lester into his motion. Here's the pitch. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
And another good hitter's count to work with here. They've been able to sit back and just really tee off on him.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside and low, 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
And that's over. 3-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Gloved by Russell. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Good job out there on the mound. Down in the count, 3-0 to start this inning. He comes back to retire the guy on a ground ball.
Gregory Polanco stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And that's dead center for strike 1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there, so even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Well, even though he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 70% of the batters he's faced, the rest of his game has not been sharp, and he's not pitching well.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And now you just start to wonder, how much is the heat taken out of this guy? You see the pitch count. It's not all that bad just yet, but he's been in and out of trouble a few times already. So he's definitely had some max effort innings.
Striding into the box, Starling Marte. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet. Not by a long shot.
Line toward the gap in left center. In there, a base hit.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
So here's Joe Mauer. He'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Ooh, that is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. 0-2 now as Mauer can't come up with anything on that swing.
Boy, no fear in that location. He just ramped up and threw it right by him.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Pirates strand a couple. They lead it 4-0. Jorge Soler will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
And he'll take this to the bag, 3 unassisted for the first out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
And there you see him, Matt. 3rd in the National League at the moment in that category. And when you're pitching as well as he is, the scoreless innings just seem to stack up. He's got another good outing going here.
Number 40 stands in as he looks at a called strike.
And you would think that this heat would start affecting him sooner or later, but it hasn't so far.
If anything, he's getting stronger as the day goes on.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the 2nd out.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Chris Coughlin is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher, Lester. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Down the 3rd baseline. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. So very nice work there by Santana. His guys are up 4-0. Trevor Cahill will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 53, Trevor Cahill.
Jung Ho Gong will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. That's inside. 2-0. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And that's what I'd call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
In now, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
Well, that's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
Two and 0 now.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
A strike, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter is going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Bryant is up with it. Zobrist on to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
Well, the one thing this guy definitely has coming in out of the bullpen is that hard sinking fastball. And here it is in all its glory as he gets the big double play ball to take away the pressure.
Into the box, Sean Rodriguez. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Two out, nobody on. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Here it comes on 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hot shot to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Now batting, the pitcher, Irvin.
Here's that sequence again. They get ahead with strike 1. Then a swinging strike 2 has him deep in the hole, but then that's a good take on 0-2. You follow that with a good pitcher's pitch that he bites off and fouls away, and then he just sits on this 5th pitch and bam, solid base hit.
Stepping in now, Irvin Santana, as he'll take a look at a curveball that drops in there on the outer half. It's strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
2 out with the man at first. And he got him. Pirates leave 1, but they're in front 4-0. Ben Zobrist will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Santana gets the sign. He'll try to put him away here on 2-2. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
One out, nobody on. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Marte is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are two men out.
And a lot of times you might say, you know, 4-run lead, we'll make that up. But I tell you, the way he's throwing the ball right now, they might be fortunate just to get one run off him.
Addison Russell will stand in now with two away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Santana working on 68 pitches to this point in the afternoon. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Cubs are down in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. Jordy Mercer is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Hayward has a beat on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
And really, from what we've seen here so far this afternoon, balls just don't seem to have a whole lot of carry to them, and This was another example right there.
Gregory Polanco, ready to take another shot, went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Cue shot here out toward short. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Yeah, plenty to worry about now with only 1 out. Not only do you have a dangerous hitter on deck, but you've got a real speedster over there at first, so he could very well be on the move here.
Andrew McCutchen ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Runners on first with 1 down. That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now. To 2-2 now. Here's a look over to first. And a dive, but he's back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Runner goes for second. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's in there for a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Boy, if you want to draw up what a perfect hit and run looks like, use a tape of this at-bat right here. With the right-handed hitter up there, the second baseman's forced to go cover second. And this ball is just slapped right into the big hole that he just vacated. That's absolutely textbook right there.
Here's Starling Marte. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Not close. It's 2-0. 2 sinkers down in the zone. No surprise what they're after here.
Yeah, and this guy's no dummy at the plate. He knows exactly what they're trying to do. It's not like he just fell off the turnip truck.
Called a strike there, 2-1.
Pretty gutsy pitch there. 2-0 changeup for a strike.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Your basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Santana looks in, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. One and two, here it comes. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. Tap fouled at home plate. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Shot back up the middle, and he'll reach to start the inning as this ball gets through him, a base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Certainly in this streak, he's had a lot of those opportunities come late in ball games, but he extends it again with another clutch base hit.
Chris Bryant steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. Now a chopper to second. This will be a tough turn. Reined in. One there. Back to Mauer, but it's not in time, and they'll settle for just the 1 out.
Now batting.
Kyle Schwarber will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch on its way. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Runner at first here, 1 man out. That evens it up 1-1. Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hits this one hard the other way. To second for 1. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more fun here on a Friday afternoon after this. Justin Grimm will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Justin Grimm.
Joe Mauer digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
And boy, this is exactly how you want your leadoff hitter to approach an at-bat. You know, he's showing a lot of patience, and it's worked out so far.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now. 3-2.
Well, he'll lean pretty heavily on that fastball. Why not? It's a big one.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Yeah, even though he walks him here, it's not really a terrible pitch. I don't think it's a strike, but it's definitely a pitch you'll get a lot of guys to wave at. Sometimes it's okay to keep trying to get guys to chase on 3-2.
Jung-Ho Kang steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Francisco Cervelli will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
In there, strike 1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Runners on first with 1 down. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. On the ground to the left side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Second baseman, Sean Rodriguez.
Now in the box, Sean Rodriguez. He singled his last time up. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yep, same pitch, right back to the inside part of the plate, and he gets caught looking at it again.
And, oh, look out, up and in, and nearly took his head off.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he struck him out. Irvin Santana gets an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance this afternoon, and, well, he's really earned it.
Well, he definitely has, Matt. I mean, he's been on point today and really held him at bay.
Towards second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. The run scores from second. Now a 5-0 lead.
Helping his own cause right there, and no need to wait for the RBI guys to drive him in. He says, you know what? I can be an RBI guy too. That's a great at-bat right there, and that drives in a run.
Jordy Mercer will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. One in the inning for the Pirates on a couple of hits. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Pirates 5 and the Cubs 0. Jorge Soler will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. He's shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Number 40 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Santana's ready. Here's the pitch. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Tapped out in front of home. Cervelli gonna have to hurry. Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs.
Yeah, he just continues to roll right along. He's working on a 3-hit shutout this late in the ballgame.
Dexter Fowler will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Dexter Fowler.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1. Two out, nobody on. Hit high but foul, as that'll get in amongst the fans. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Pedro Strop will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Gregory Polanco digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
For the Pirates, right fielder Gregory Polanco.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0. And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead. All even now, 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Now to the plate, Andrew McCutchen. He'll look to keep it going, 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. And that misses inside, 1-0.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. To short. Russell has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Starling Marte comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Well, at least it hasn't really mattered considering the big lead they've put together.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Zobrist onto the grass. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Pirates, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Ben Zobrist will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Ready with his 100th pitch of the ball game. Into the seats, 0-1. Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Grounded to the right. A flip on by Rodriguez, and there's one away.
Now batting, center fielder, Jason.
Yeah, only 2 outs now stand between him and his shutout. And the way he's throwing the ball, doesn't look like he's going to have too much trouble getting it.
Jason Hayward will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Santana steps into the windup. First pitch on its way. Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Mauer is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. Kept these guys guessing all game long, and he's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Addison Russell will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead 0-1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Marte going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo shot here to left. 8th home run on the season for him. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
Well, so much for that 6 in a row he'd retired. That guy just says, take that.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears a change is on its way, as that'll do it for Irvin Santana. So he'll depart, as he couldn't quite get that final out, but he will leave with the lead after a strong 8 2/3. Antonio Bastardo will make an appearance here, as he is in charge of trying to ring up the final out of the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is up and in, ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if he can't throw strikes.
Here it comes, 2-0. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Grounded down the third baseline. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. The throw into second. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. Luckily, however, the first baseman will get his glove on it.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game. And this one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Chris Bryant stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. From the stretch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
You can't worry at all about that runner at second. I mean, his run means nothing. Just go right at the guy at the plate.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
Oh, and he hung the slider here, and it's a towering drive out to deep left field. This ball is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and it's a 5-3 game now. Well, partner, this one might not be over yet, as the lead has shrunk to just 2 now as they continue to chip away at this deficit. Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 2-0 now.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
I got 2-1 to count.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. Jorge Soler Ready to try again. Struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Tony Watson will get a late call now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up the save. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And once he's seen that you've got a little loop in your swing, he won't be afraid to throw that pitch in a spot like this.
Right side. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
You got to like the work rate out there. 2 pitches, 1 out, 1 save, and 1 tight victory for the guys. Hard to do it much better than that.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Ervin Santana. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, a little unfortunate he couldn't get that final out in the 9th, but still, 8 2/3, good innings of work, and he was on his game here in this one.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 5-3. So long from Wrigleyville.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates. 5 runs, 13 hits.